Hello everyone, in this video session I'm going to explain how data was transformed from one format to the other format for particular project. And then the project I'm talking about is the assessment of service areas based on network analysis. In this case study is for cafeteria and restaurant services accessibility in UHI campus. And this project falls under the core spatial data services sources, standards, and infrastructure, where the main idea is to be able to obtain data from several sources and several or different formats and then transform them using softwares or geoprocessing tools into different formats for your work. And then after that, you publish it publicly for people to get access to your data and also the information or the results from your project or from your analysis. Now, for this particular project, the main data I needed, or the main data that I need for my project is the pedestrian path or pedestrian walkway on campus, and also the cafeteria and restaurant service joints on campus, and then the buildings on campus. Now, for this project, all these data were obtained from several sources. For the buildings and also the pedestrian walkway was obtained as a shapefile format from the Smart UHI campus database, and also the cafeteria and restaurant services points we obtain as OSM, or we obtain from OSM. Then we are going to look at how we use FME software to transform the data into a geodatabase, and then we use it for our work. So, like I said earlier on, for the buildings and also the pedestrian walkway, we obtain them from the Smart UHI campus database as a shape file. Now, let's look at how to obtain the restaurant and also the cafeteria point. So we are using the OSM extension in QGIS, and then the cafe and also restaurant points, they fall under the amenity tag. So we search for amenity, that's the key, and then the value cafe. So cafe joint. Yeah, that's it. And then we run our query. I've already obtained the data, so I'm just demonstrating how I got the data. So you run the query, and then data will be saved. Now, first of all, you need to indicate the directory where you want to save the data, and then let's choose any folder. Let's say project. I realize that the formats we have GeoPack, GeoJSON, ESRI, and also KML. So yeah, I chose GeoPackage. I wanted to have my data in it as a GeoPackage file. So GeoPackage, and then you download it. So yeah, I did the same for the restaurant. And then here's the data. There you have it. The restaurant and the cafe, and then the buildings, and also the pedestrian. Now bear in mind, these four data all have different data formats, and because we'll be doing network analysis, we want our data to be in one file geodatabase. So we are going to use FME to transform the data into a single format. That's the file geodatabase. Now we install the FME extension ArcGIS Pro, so you can see. Then let's add it here. So you go to new, so here ETL2. Let's create a new work projects for our work. Let's call it transformation. So import fm.u. Let's click on OK. So this is an extension. This is not the FME standalone software. This is just an extension of the FME. An extension in ArcGIS Pro data interoperability extension. It's loading. Yeah. So yeah, by default, it will generate a workspace for you, but we don't want to trust the default. We are going to define our own workflows and our own bench objects for our work. So first of all, go to add reader, search for our data. Now the format is let's select the GeoPackage. So let's locate our data, the amenity restaurant. So we have it here. The coordinate system, read from source, right? So it's loading. Okay, we have it here. And let's load the other data. Store in GeoPackage. So this time around, the cafe. Okay. Alright. Then let's add the other data. There was a shapefile. So search for it. You go to your file directory, get data UHI. So I have it building. Then okay. Uh, then the last data, which is the pedestrian path. So that's the name, outdoor network pedestrian. Then okay. So there we have it for data. So now let's transform our data from this format to the file geodatabase format we are interested in. So but first of all, realize that we have 2-point shapefile. The building is a polygon shapefile. Oh, sorry, a 2-point file. Yeah, this is a point data, polygon data, and also a line data or line feature. So what we want to do is you want to join this data, the cafe and also the restaurant, as a single feature. Then we'll have an attribute or a field in the data and the distinguishing or classifying them into restaurants and also cafe. Instead of having two separate files or two separate features, we are going to have a single feature. We're going to use a transformer to transform them into a single feature, and then we have a field, create a new field to actually distinguish them as cafe and also restaurant. And then we also change or rename the feature or the pedestrian feature. We have rename the name for it. So just click on add transformers. So we use the join feature joiner transformer. Oh no, that was a mistake here. So yeah, we are going to join this. So as you can see, you have a left join here. Here, this will be the left side, and also right join. Let's edit the parameters. So the join mode. So we have inner, left, and full. You want to join. We will perform a full join on it because we are combining all features in that particular data, all the features, all the objects in that feature. Then we join them on a single attribute. So you are going to join them based on amenity because they all have amenity here. Then that's it. Yeah. And then you still have anything to do? Oh yeah, the right. Yeah. Yeah, also be amenity. Well, that's it. And then let's check again. Let's not turn left. Right left. Okay. So then we add another transformer, the attribute manager. Yeah. So let's search for the attribute manager. Like I said, we'll create a new field for it. So the join feature will join to this one. What's this? Let's open. Well, we don't need most of the fields here, so let's say we delete most of them. We don't want this field to appear in our new feature, so yeah, we don't need this. Okay, right. So let's rename this. Instead of amenity, let's rename it as service type. So service type. Okay, I think it's okay now. then okay. So we are doing two transformations. So we are joining them, and we are joining two features here, and then we are also modifying our attributes. I'm sorry for that. And now we are writing them to sorry. So writer writing it to a file database. Specify where you want to save it. Yeah. Okay, let's set set for a database. Do you have any database? Okay, let's go to downloads. Okay, yeah. So we already have a database over there. So yeah, and then parameters. So overwrite existing databases. So if you have any existing database, you want to overwrite it. You want to create a own like a new database. So you check it, click on okay. Coordinate system, same as source, same as the feature data, but well, I want to use the projected coordinate system for Spain. Oh, the UTM, yeah, zone 31. Okay, so let's click on okay. So let's wait for it to run. Yeah, so it's asking us the feature types or the feature class that should be imported into a new database. Well, we want everything. Let's select all for now. Then what we are going to do is let's delete one of these, yeah, because from here, from the reader section, we are combining or joining two features. So yeah, we need only one. The output should join to this one, and then the building should join to this one. So this is the reader section. This whole area is the reader section. This is the writer section. I mean, all the features that should be or that will be in the geodatabase. So let's join to this one. Let's do some modifications. Okay, so yeah, it's a point. Okay, so it should be here automatic. Yeah, we don't want manual because yeah, in a file geo database, the join feature is going to have 4 or 5 new attributes instead of the plenty attributes we had at first. Now in the output feature class, we are going to have only 5 fields or attributes. Now let's change the name for this one. So let's rename it to pedestrian path. Yeah, okay. This